I got to make it adequate. I am the very last go for all the kids in the struggle.
Wow. I mean, just hearing those words, you get this immediate sense of urgency, right? The weight behind them.
Absolutely. It hits you straight away. There's no preamble. It's just, bam, high stakes.
Welcome to the deep dive. We take the sources you share, articles, notes, transcripts like this one, and really try to unpack them.
Get to the heart of it.
Exactly. And today, it's something really potent. H1's The Last Hope Freestyle. It's from a YouTube video transcript, and, well, it's more than just music.
Oh, much more. It feels like a declaration. Survival, ambition, responsibility, it's all in there.
Yeah, a raw personal declaration. So our mission today is to explore those layers. The struggle, the resilience, the hope, however tough it looks. We want to dig into the pressures he's describing, where his drive actually comes from.
Which seems pretty complex.
It does, and the realities that shape his view. Hopefully, you'll get a real insight into this intense drive against pretty overwhelming odds, what it means to be that last hope. And like you said, that intensity is there from word one. He doesn't ease you in.
No.
He just launches. That urgency in the opening, it sets the tone for everything that follows. It's immediate, raw storytelling.
Yeah.
Connects you instantly to a life lived right on the edge.
Absolutely. And that urgency, it quickly becomes this, he calls it a relentless pursuit. He says, not even for the hustle, let become an obsession.
Right. So it's beyond just making ends meet. It's consuming.
Totally consuming. And he says he's constantly on the FR of my way, which for anyone not familiar, that's street slang, right? Like on the front of my way, always moving.
Yeah, always pushing forward, constantly on the go. It implies this nonstop journey. Like you physically can't stop moving towards this goal. No rest.
And that constant motion being on the FR of my way, it speaks volumes about the psychological side of it, doesn't it? The toll.
Oh, massively. He talks about not sleeping. I can't sleep in my bed. Too many thoughts been around you. That's not just, a bad night's sleep. It sounds like a mind just overloaded, racing, plans, worries, everything swirling around. He can't get any actual rest.
He even says, I can't clean this mess I've been trying to push through, but I can't deal with the stress. It feels like he's trapped.
Exactly. Trapped by the chaos, even as he's driving forward. It's that mental burden that comes with this level of intense ambition. And I think a lot of people can connect with that feeling, even if their mess is different.
Yeah, it's like ambition's shadow, isn't it? The thing driving you is also the thing stressing you, keeping you up, that pressure.
Right.
Many of us feel that, maybe not in the same context, but that sense of being overwhelmed but having to keep going for a dream, or like him, maybe a responsibility. It's like passion blurring into exhaustion.
Well put. It really shows how that kind of drive can just take over everything. Not just your day, but your sleep, your thoughts. The hidden costs are huge. Sometimes the biggest killer is internal.
And what's really striking is that this drive, this pursuit, it feels tied so strongly to this huge burden of responsibility. Not just, getting ahead for himself. I mean, that line, but who the fuck can be there for my kid if I'm dead? That just stopped me in my tracks.
It's incredibly powerful, isn't it?
It really is. It's not about his survival, ultimately. It's about making sure his kid is okay, securing that future. It grounds the whole thing.
It absolutely elevates the struggle. It becomes this fight for the next generation, literally for his child. It's what psychologists sometimes call like intergenerational responsibility.
Okay.
Trying consciously to change the story for your kids, stop negative cycles repeating. And he takes it even further, saying, I've been the very last go for all the kids in the struggle.
Yeah, right. So it's not just his own kid.
No. He's positioning himself as more than a parent. He's like a symbol, maybe the last chance for a whole community facing similar battles.
So it's this huge weight, personal ambition mixed with this deep, almost collective responsibility. And it sounds like it's rooted in his own past, too. He says, I can't end up like my dad and see my kid through a boss.
Exactly. That line about his dad is key. It shows this fierce determination to create a different path, to be a different kind of father, a present father.
Not seeing his kid through glass, presumably.
Precisely. And by extension, maybe offer a different reality for others looking up to him. It's not abstract. It's deeply personal, very tangible motivation. And often those drivers, family, community, breaking a cycle, they're way more powerful than just personal gain.
Yeah.
They provide this incredible resilience when the odds seem impossible. It's a kind of leadership born from necessity, from love, from protection. That's serious fuel.
And speaking of those odds, the picture he paints of the street realities is just so vivid, it feels utterly real. He says, I was raised in the street, so all I know is to hustle. Straight up, that's his foundation, but then the description. I grew up on the streets in Mandy that she looked like a zoo. A zoo. One word.
It's incredibly evocative, isn't it? A zoo makes you think of chaos, danger, unpredictability, maybe feeling caged in, even. Survival mode is switched on permanently.
Yeah. Primal.
Definitely a primal struggle, constant vigilance. And to navigate that, he talks about the toughness needed. Always stand tall, even in moments of trouble, because even the biggest muscle back down from blades in the tool.
So it's not just about being physically strong.
Not at all. It's mental, emotional fortitude. The source suggests a reality where brute force isn't the whole story. You need this inner core, this resilience that doesn't break under constant threat, standing tall, keeping your dignity against it all.
And it sounds like that resilience has come at a real personal cost. He admits, my own people let me down, but I'm still leading the flock.
Yeah, that's tough. Betrayal from within your circle, but still feeling that duty to lead.
Right. And he kind of throws down this challenge, you couldn't last a day if you stepped in my socks. It really underlines the isolation, maybe, how hard his path is, how few people could actually understand it.
It really drives home how much your environment shapes you, your character, your survival skills. Growing up like that forces a kind of maturity and self-reliance you just don't get elsewhere.
Right.
And that line about betrayal, yes, still leading, it points to this deep sense of purpose he has, something bigger than personal slights. For him, resilience isn't optional. It's just how you exist. Keep adapting, keep pushing. Giving up isn't really on the table.
And through it all, there's this fierce commitment to what he calls authenticity, and maybe distrust, too. He's very clear. I don't never cap on Dauge because all I talk is the truth.
No capping, no lies, no exaggeration.
Yeah, it's a defiant stance. This is my reality, unvarnished. My word is my bond.
And that commitment to his truth, it seems absolutely central to who he is and what he's saying. And it connects directly to his view on authority, right? He says, but it's still the Lord, bro. I don't talk to the blue.
Yeah, the blue meaning the police. That's a very direct statement.
Very direct. And it reflects how lived experience, especially in communities facing, let's say, systemic challenges or difficult histories of law enforcement, shapes your perspective.
And just to be clear for everyone listening, we're reporting on the sentiments in the source here, not endorsing them. But it tells you a lot about H1's worldview.
Exactly. It's shaped by his reality. His truth comes from that specific experience.
And he universalizes it in a way. He says, I know you do the same thing if you live through it too. What's live through it too? Is that like a double life? Or just hardship?
It often refers to exactly that enduring hardship. Maybe navigating two conflicting worlds, like the streets and trying to build something else, or just facing constant systemic adversity. It suggests that anyone who's been through similar struggles would naturally feel that same distrust, that same need to rely on their own truth.
So it reinforces that connection.
Yeah, with others who've had similar experiences. It shows how lived experience shapes everything. Belief, trust, how you tell your story. For H1, being authentic isn't just a style. It's survival. It's how he connects. His truth is their truth.
Wow. It's been quite a journey through this freestyle. We started with that intense pressure, the ambition that becomes obsession, keeping him on the FR of his way.
Right. Constantly moving, constantly grinding. And then we saw that profound burden of responsibility he carries.
Yeah, not just for himself, but his child and all the kids in the struggle, being that very last go. It's a powerful drive trying to break those cycles.
Definitely. And we saw how those harsh street realities forged this incredible resilience in him, learning to stand tall even after betrayal, leading the flock through that world he calls a zoo.
Such a powerful image.
It is. And finally, that unwavering commitment to authenticity. His truth, born from his life, leading to that deep distrust of authority, the blue, and connecting him to others who lived through it too.
It really is more than a song, isn't it? It's this raw testament, a voice articulating so many complex things about struggle, aspiration, things we don't always get to hear.
Absolutely. And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About how sharing that kind of raw vulnerability, even in a freestyle, can be such a powerful act of resilience.
Yeah.
Maybe even a beacon of hope.
Yeah.
It makes you consider all the different ways leadership and hope can show up, especially in places where the usual structures are maybe absent or distrusted.
Right. Sometimes the strongest voice, the real hope, comes from somewhere unexpected, just someone speaking their truth, carrying that weight.
Makes you wonder, what does being a last hope really mean in any community? And how does that kind of responsibility shape a person? Something to reflect on.